Hi, and welcome to Homo
Oh,
Ludens,
there
the
I am.
channel.
Now I
Yeah,
see
we're
you.
here. Welcome to Homo Ludens, the channel history and board games, and we're back after a long summer break into streaming. And as my first guest of this new season, I have Mark, because Mark is always here, so that made sense to have you over once again. And you're here back on Homo Ludens to demo a game that is going to be out quite soon with GMT. That is the follow-up to Rebel Fury, and that's called Army of the Potomac. And yeah, pretty excited about this one. I know that within the Homo Ludens community, there were some debates around Rebel Fury. Some people really liked it, some people didn't like it that much. So there was a bit of a back and forth. Personally, I enjoyed it. So I was pretty excited about Army of the Potomac expanding on this series. So pretty cool to have you on, Mark. How are you doing?
It's I will mention that. So tomorrow is September 1st, and September 1st is tomorrow will be my 49th anniversary when I started being a game designer, because I started working for SPI September 1st, 1976. So it's a kind of a good day. And as far as, by the way, one thing good about controversy these days is it gets noticed, and so I suspect that controversy is why Rebel Fury won Best American Civil War Game in the CSR Awards. So sounds good to me. I'm glad people like it or don't like it.
Yeah, at least it sparks a reaction. But I think overall the controversy is always good. Personally, I think it's good that we're discussing games, that because it means that we're taking them seriously. And I would say that even the criticism, some of the criticism that I've read, I thought were really interesting, and I thought were like good
I didn't
discussions
see them,
to.
so I don't know what they said.
You wouldn't know, but I thought it was great. I like the discussions around it. I thought it was interesting to think about those things. And yeah,
I will
but
say one thing, by the way. The one kind I mean, I don't know what. It would be good if you would just relate, like, here's something they said, I can react to it. But the thing that people are, and what I was going for exactly. So what I was going for has made some people very happy, and has made some people very unhappy. But literally 90 to I want to say 90+% of all assaults in the American Civil War failed. And we've been telling people in this industry since long ago that if you get high odds ratios, you can win a battle. That is just not true, unfortunately, for the American Civil War. And I just want to say that. And I think some of the controversy is, where's my odds ratio? Where's my die roll modifiers? That means I can, if I put enough energy into this, I can win. And trust me, Ulysses S. Grant put everything he had into every assault, as did Robert E. Lee, and they failed 90% of the time. And so seems to be the part that people are having problems with. And I'm just a historian telling the truth or the story mathematically. And if you don't like that, I get it. Just go play one with 3-1, 4-1 odds, get your +7 die roll modifiers, and you win the battle. But that's not the American Civil War, unfortunately. That's just how it is.
yeah,
So,
and it's good that you're. I always think that it's interesting to have games with a point of view, and I think that Rebel Fury definitely had a specific point of view, and I think that's always a good welcome thing. I would say in the hobby. But yeah, 49 years. So happy birthday, happy designer birthday, I would say.
it's not my birthday yet, thank God. I'm going to be 71 in November. I'm happy for that to go slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point you don't want to count anymore. But yeah, so you said to start this session where we're gonna look a bit at the game, play a few rounds of different scenarios. You wanted to start with the 1864 campaign, the one that is starting on the 18th of May, right? Do you want to
It's
provide
actually
maybe
starting on the 13th. If the battle happens on the 18th, but the scenario starts on May 13th, actually.
Okay, do you want to maybe provide a bit of historical context while I share the screen and people can look a bit at the overall
Absolutely. Be
situation?
happy to.
Cool.
And we will eventually. Oh, I see. You're going to put it up on the screen now. Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So, hi everybody. So let me give a quick history lesson. So on May 4th of 1864, which would be, and we'll cover it, but it's. Can you scroll over to the left side of the screen where the Rappahannock River is?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So you see the river. I'm pointing, but you guys can see that river in the upper left. So what you're looking at is the actual Rebel Fury map, which does not come in Army of the Potomac. And you don't need Army, and also in case you're asking, you don't need Rebel Fury to play Army of the Potomac. But there is a big combined scenario. But in May 4th, right in that upper left area. Oh, can I do? So can you do like a your little radio thing? You know,
Yeah.
do you need one of those Fords somewhere? No, further left. No,
Further left. Yeah.
On the river.
On the river here.
Ford, right in the corner there's Germanic. Yeah, that's perfect. Right there. That river is crossed in 3 locations by the Army of the Potomac on May 4th of 1864. And when you play Rebel Fury, which starts on May 5th, the Union Army is arrayed down that road, going straight south from like the river, like followed down.
So over here.
No.
Or
this way.
This.
No, just physically go down. Down.
Oh.
Down. Yeah, perfect. So that's where the Battle of Wilderness is, right in that area, right there.
Just here.
That's the Wilderness. And Grant, and that's a Rebel Fury scenario. It's a 4-turn scenario. It plays on May 5th and 6th. And then Grant, after this, really one of the bloodier battles of the war, which I want to say all assaults in the battle failed for both sides, just in case anybody was saying, well, they won, they lost. But there was a stalemate, basically. And Grant now runs from that location to where you see all the counters on the map. You see where all those counters were arrayed. And there is a battle fort over there called Spotsylvania Courthouse, which begins on really the morning of May 8th of 1864. And they slug it out. And you see that entrenchment that's by itself between the Union and the Confederate lines?
Oh, just here. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Put a radar thing on that. Okay, that is what is called famously, that's Bloody Angle. So what happens is the Union Army assaults that location from, and you'll note again, Rebel Fury has geometry. So because it's stuck out, the Union can attack it on 3 sides, and they actually destroyed Johnson's division there, and they knocked the Confederates back to another line. But the fortification, and so both sides like pulled back after one of the bloodiest 48 hours in the war, and that ends on May 12th. Okay.
Yeah.
So now it's now May 13th. Okay. It was, and went there with it anyway. You're right, Simo. Now this is now May 13th. So this is right after both sides smashed into each other in that entrenchment there, and now it's the morning. Well, it's actually the evening of May 13th, and Grant is going to take those 2 corps on his right flank, which is the 5th and 6th Corps, and he's going to march them around the back of his lines to that open area on Lee's right flank. So that's what's going to happen historically. And that's where Army of the Potomac begins. And it also is the beginning of the campaign game. So you can play this as a single map scenario, or you can play this as a, just as a 1 map scenario. And by the way, this is important to note. All the game comes with 11 scenarios. 9 of them are 1 map scenarios. And if you can play Rebel Fury, you can play any one of the 1 map scenarios. No rules change. And in fact, these are the actual final rules. And the only changes was I clarified a few things. Let me see if I can get close. You see that box right here?
Yeah.
Those are not even changes to the rules. It's just clarifications that cavalry can't make mandatory attacks on purpose. Sometimes they can happen by accident, and that was causing people to go, well, what if I get a mandatory attack that's I didn't cause? And the answer is then you have to fight it. That's really what it says. But other than that, the rules are identical. So you can play this scenario right out of the box. Now, if you go a little, I'm going to use north, directions, even though they're not exactly accurate.
Yeah, because the map is slightly tilted. Yeah.
Yeah, go in the southeast direction from your, we'll just use north of the street up for now. It's easier to talk about. Go southeast just a little bit. Weird. Is this the campaign, or did you open up just this scenario?
No, I opened the campaign. I believe.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, I opened the scenario that is Spotsylvania, May 18th.
Yeah. There's I'm looking for the opening of the 1864 campaign, but not with the later start.
Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna
Take your
open
time.
it. Yeah.
So I'll just keep talking while you sort through that. So to the audience, what I want to do is I want to encapsulate, just looking at this one little area of the map, basically the campaign rules. This is the teach part. I'm not going to teach Rebel Fury. There's videos. I did a teach with Fred, and I think it was Stuart Gorman. Wasn't it Stuart Gorman you played against?
Stuart is Gorman. Yeah.
So if you want to see how to play Rebel Fury, see that teach and play, or look at the video that I did, and that'll give you. Perfect. Now you got the right one because I see the wagon. That's what I was looking for. See the wagon? Good. So when you play a Rebel Fury, a one map scenario, it's Rebel Fury. There's no supply. If a unit gets broken, it comes back in 2 days. If you get blown on, I'll be seeing getting a 12-foot tail for us next summer. Yeah, Stephen. I use it as a conveyor belt. We'll come back to that. But what happens is, and if you get blown on the last 24 hours of a battle, those are going to cause victory points. And that is very purposeful, because one of the big challenges, and a lot of people just haven't commented on it, so I'm going to comment it on here, is the question you have to ask yourself is, how do I cause a player to launch Pickett's charge without a special rule? That's really the line question to me. And effectively, if you're losing the battle, any battle, on the last day of the battle, you're either going to accept defeat or you're going to go for it. And by the way, and somebody would say, well, Lee didn't do that. Well, the answer is no. We actually have his after action report and interviews he did. And when he was asked, why did you launch Pickett's charge? He literally said to the interviewer, I launched Pickett's charge because I was losing the battle. I thought I could break the Union center, and so I had to go I went for the victory. So in other words, even Robert E. Lee, like in a game, he knew he had lost the battle if he didn't win the battle. And so that's what Rebel Fury puts you in that position, whether you like it or not. And it's not some cheap way to end the game. It's actually historical and part of the model. But anyway, going on from there. So what happens in the campaign game is, let's start with supply. So you see there's a supply wagon, and the Union one is in Chancellorsville, which is off to the upper left of wherever, it's right under Ferraro. There you go. There's the Union supply wagon. So the way this works is, if your HQ is within range of the supply wagon, which in this case they are, and the supply wagon has a straight road connection to a rail depot, which the Union one's off the map, and the Confederate one, if you go way over to Hanover Junction, we'll get there eventually. There's a route. The Confederate Railroad Depot is way over. You got to go over a ways. Go right. More right.
Over here.
There's the railroad depot. So that's the Confederate railhead. So as long as that railroad depot has a line of railroad and roads to the wagon, and the wagon's within range of the HQ, you're in supply, normal supply. And if you're in normal supply, it's like playing Rebel Fury. There's no ammunition. You can have access to your ammunition. There's no negative results of anything. However, in the campaign game, remember, there's no wagons in the one map scenario, but in the campaign, there's a wagon. And as you either go into battle mode or you start to move your forces down the map, that wagon's got to move. And when that wagon moves, or the wagon gets attacked, and you can attack the wagon. Unlike an HQ, the wagon is actually a thing you can go after. And if it's
an actual physical thing,
it's a center of something that would cause disruption of the wagons will disperse. If you get a good successful raid, you get a couple of ammo points knocked out and all that stuff. So there's a little bit of that. But the main thing is the wagons disperse. And when the wagons are dispersed, and in this game, wagons don't represent food. They represent ammunition. That's why you get ammunition points. You don't get food points. Because this is Virginia in the spring. There is food all over the place. They're raw. Now the soldiers may go hungry for a few days, but but they're stealing food from any farm they come across. They're basically pillaging chicken. You can read all the accounts. They get food, and they're stealing pigs and horse. And there's livestock running around. There's food on the hoof. So there's food. So this is just ammunition. And what happens is when you don't have ammunition, one, you don't have a lot of the artillery ammunition that's in the caissons is all you've got. You don't have the extra ammunition, and you run out of small arms ammunition pretty quickly. So if the wagons are sort of dispersed, you now have extended supply, and the extended supply causes problems for attacking, not for defending per se, although somewhat. But so you have to sort of know you're either a normal supply or extended supply, but it's very straightforward. It's railroad to supply wagon to HQ, and within its range, you're in supply. If you're not in supply, you can only shoot one shot of ammunition, and you have 2 column shifts against you if you're attacking or defending. So you don't want to fight under those conditions. But if everybody's moving, there's not a lot of attacking. There's a lot of maneuvering going on, so you don't tend to get a lot of attacks. So that's how supply works in the game. The second biggest thing in the game is in Rebel Fury and a single map scenario. When somebody is broken, they come back in a day, right, Fred? You remember they come back a day later. But if you lose more than 2 guys, everybody over 2 is dead and you score victory points, right? That's how that works. But now in the campaign game, that doesn't happen. That limit's not there. And every time somebody is blown, they pick up a casualty marker. So you actually have a casualty marker that goes on the unit. It comes back in a day later. And when a unit takes its 3rd casualty marker, it's eliminated and you score victory points. But every time there's some conditions, a certain amount of casualties is taken, you make a request for replacements now. And 8 turns later, what is that? 8 days later. No, 8 turns is 4 days later.
4 days.
You make replacements. Replacements start to show because if they have to, the call goes back for replacements. They have to be organized. They have to be marched down to they have to get on a train or a boat. It takes them a little while to get there. And then there's a couple of larger formations that show up on the order of appearance chart. So replacements and reinforcements now are part of the campaign. But a unit can become blown as many times as you want until it gets eliminated, and then you have replacements to bring back dead units. But you still get the victory points. So now now you're into a normal operational level casualty supply situation, but very few rules. So I basically just told you all the rules, basically. For the campaign. With the one thing that is new and fun, which is in the scenario, is any time on a PM turn, an afternoon turn, if one HQ is in battle mode and the other HQ is in maneuver mode, the guy in maneuver mode at the end of the turn, during the end phase before the next turn, gets a night march, and so you could start seeing some troops moving around before the next turn because of this asymmetry of the HQs. So now you get the historical night marches that Grant and Lee did. And what's also interesting is as you use up artillery ammunition, as soon as you go below 5 rounds in your wagons, you get a resupply either a day or a day and a half in the future. So you start to have this other asymmetry, whereas one guy is flush with artillery ammunition, and the other one's low. And so there's even though it's the same exact rules, it plays very differently because of there's a lot more asymmetries in, and you got the maneuver, you got these asymmetries in maneuver, you got these asymmetries in ammunition and supply status, which really just seemed to juice it to the next level for me. It's become like a lifestyle game. So I more or less described the campaign game. Do you have any questions, Fred, before I go further?
No. I'm just I just like the fact that you design a game and you see it as a lifestyle game for yourself, which is, I think it's a good thing. Like it means that you're definitely happy with the project. Like if you, but I really like all the small changes to the campaign mode. I think it, like from, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. But from what you're saying, it actually puts Rebel Fury to the next level, which is quite interesting and something that I'm looking into. I don't know if you know, but I recently started playing Great Campaigns of the American Civil War that I enjoyed a lot. And I think it's like those changes go a bit like, it's not the same scale and everything, and I know that, but I still think that the changes that you're describing are moving it a bit more towards that kind of
well, it's an operational scale game at that point.
that kind of,
but it's a half
yeah,
mile
exactly.
scale, not the 1 mile scale.
Yeah.
And by the way, in the third volume, I will talk about this at the end. There's actually going to be a third level, which is a theater level. It will be in the third volume, where the off-map displays become a actual 8 mile per hex game with hidden movement and cavalry intelligence and all that stuff. But that'll come into volume 3, and that'll be my full vision of the Grand Tactical Rebel Fury campaign level AOP system, and then the Iron Dice of Battle theater system, which is even higher than GCACW as far as scale and what you can do and hidden intelligence and movement.
That sounds great. So now that you gave us the overview of how the campaign mode works and the evolution from Rebel Fury to Army of the Potomac, what do you think we should do? Should we start playing a couple of rounds on this scenario?
So let's now just do a quick scan of the map, and then what I thought we would do is we could I just wanted to show the 1860, just a quick look at the big 1862 scenario, then we would come back to the Cold Harbor scenario. That's what I was thinking would be good.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to close this one.
Yeah, so let's go right. Let's first look at the map. Oh, or not. Let's go look at the 7 days battle.
Yeah, I'm going to open 7 days. So we have
okay.
the full thing. It's going to be a bit nicer. Up. Nope. And yeah, let's open up and zoom out a bit. Yeah, I guess people haven't seen the full map, so I'm going to zoom out completely so people can see what it looks like. So it's slightly tilted, and you can see it's actually pretty massive. The north is, well, actually, if I like over there, and you have James River here down south. You've got Richmond over there. And this is the area where we're looking at the previous scenario. But this is 1862, so I can zoom in a bit here.
Yeah. So let me describe. So now we are in June of 1862, and George B. McClellan is in charge of the Army of the Potomac now. So this is 2 years before what we were just looking at. And on June 26th in the afternoon, Lee initiates a turning movement, and you can see where already Lee is. That you can see the HQs.
Yeah.
And you'll note, by the way, that Jefferson Davis is on the field. By the way, you'll see that Jefferson Davis has an HQ also now. He literally was like on the battlefield. So we have Jefferson Davis. He doesn't have much use. He has a little bit of use, but he's there. So yeah, it's just fun to see. But that's where he was, and the two Confederate units that are just north of the HQs is AP Hill. You see that right?
Yeah,
just north.
We can see them here.
Yeah. And so what's going to happen historically is that division is going to go straight east into those Union units that are like right past Mechanicsville.
Yeah, over here.
And that's the Battle of Beaver Dam, it's called. Sometimes it's called the Battle of Mechanicsville. Sometimes it's got like 3 or 4 different names, but that's the beginning of the 7 days battles. And those units all belong to Fitzjohn Porter's 5th Corps. And you see even further north, there's a cavalry unit. There's a Confederate cavalry unit. That guy is actually in front of Stonewall Jackson's coming down from up there, but he's going to be late. So he's not going to show up on the afternoon of the 26th like he was supposed to. And so the Confederates are going to get repulsed at Beaver Dam. Now what's going to happen is the Union is going to fall back to, you see where it says Gaines Mill? It's just down the road from where those Union units are. It's right down the road there. There's a bridge by it. Right. I mean, I'm pointing at it, but you don't know. Go to the Union units that are there.
Yeah.
And follow that road to the east. Just follow that road east.
Oh yeah, here, Gaines Mill.
Yes. So the Union is going to fall back to that location, and on the second day, Lee is going to actually knock the 5th Corps back across the Chickahominy River. So that's going to be a victory for Lee at that point, and that's on the 27th of June. Now, here's the interesting thing about the scenario. So if you could zoom out a little bit, I want to show you where McClellan is.
And I guess he's
Oh,
just he's
yeah.
far
Now,
far away.
So what happens is this scenario, the 7 Days Battle's historical scenario, is Solitaire. McClellan's there, and using the Rebel Fury rules, the Union Army has to fall back to that HQ. He doesn't move from that location. And you see those wagons that are just sort of spaced out? That is a mechanic I created for McClellan is changing his base of supply from White House down to the James River. And so what happens is every turn of the game, go to the very top of where the wagons are.
Oh, yeah, the date changes. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So every turn you finish, you take the wagon off the map.
Yeah.
So every time you do a turn, the wagon comes off. So the wagon, in essence, is not moving, but it's moving, right? And so you as a Solitaire player, you're the Confederates. You have to get to that wagon train, or smash the Union Army. And the Union Army is falling back towards and go back to where McClellan was.
Yeah,
that's Malvern Hill. So that's where the famous Battle of Malvern Hill takes place, and the Union wins that battle. So basically, imagine the Union's like a big balloon that's deflating towards that location, and the Confederate, and you as the player can do whatever you want to do. To try to win the battle. And the scenario is just the Solitaire rule, the bot, if you want to call it that, but the Solitaire guidelines have that force fall back towards Malvern Hill as these wagons, advance. And if the wagons get to the last one and you pull the last one off, you lost.
Okay. Yeah, that's a neat little mechanic because it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool. Hello. I have hang one second. I can't keep her out for a second.
No worries. And for the people who are asking, so first of all, hi everyone, for everyone who joined. I see that there is Team, Alex, Olivier, Eric, and a few more others. So thanks for being here for this demo of Army of the Potomac. And yes, I do have a new camera set up. Hi.
That's my granddaughter Claire, and she was looking at For the People early. She wanted to roll the dice. So you're going to go back to mommy now? Go back to mommy. Okay.
Is she ready for playing Army of the Potomac, you think? Or maybe
hang on, please. So the answer is, of course, she's only 2.5. So no, she's not ready for Army of the Potomac. But
not too far.
Little things, we throw dice, and she tells me what the dice value is, and so we're moving in the right direction. That's slowly but surely, little steps for little feet, kind of thing.
In 2 years, she would calculate odds ratio for you, so that's going to be
she's a smart little kid.
Yeah, that's going to be fine.
So anyway, I just wanted to show you this particular scenario because this is a great Solitaire. So a lot of people go, well, what am I going to get this? And by the way, this is just a one map scenario, by the way. My little Potomac, yes, right. But this is a one map scenario. So again, if you have a normal table. Now, of course, when you put this whole thing together, it's 12 feet long, but I don't even have 12 feet of table. So I play it like a conveyor belt. By the way, the map's really
and just for Mark, for civilized people, what is that in centimeters?
So it's 2.54 centimeters to the inch. So you have to multiply 48 inches times 2.54.
48 times 2.5?
Well, you got 4 maps times 3 feet each.
So that's
12 feet. So that's 12 feet is by 12 times. Oh, no, it's 144 times 2.54 centimeters.
Yeah, okay. So 144 times 2.5. So, yeah, that would be, 375 or something like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we have a wide variety of answers in the version. Yeah. So, yeah, 3.4 meters sounds about right. I think 3.6 sounds about right. And Tim, you're completely out. I think you need a bit more math class. Something is wrong with you, but I think that Ebony is correct. 3.6. There is no way I'll ever be able to play the full map.
But like I said, like a conveyor belt, you can put one map on a table, can you not?
And then move. As
you have to just as they move off the map, you move them on. Hello. Yeah. This is my daughter, who, by the way, was the overseer of Pacific War. There she is.
Hi.
Hey.
And this is mine.
So we have 3 generations of Hermans. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. If you look at Pacific War, in 1985, she was 2, and she was sitting by me while I did Pacific War. And then when I did it during COVID, she was living with me. So she was there at the beginning of Pacific War and the end of Pacific War.
Yeah. So she's
Funny.
seen it all.
Huh?
Has she played Pacific War?
So technically, no.
Technically.
But she definitely sat on my lap while I designed it. So I'll give you that.
That's probably more important.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the good news is, if I told her not to touch the pieces, she wouldn't touch the pieces, which was helpful.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good child. Yeah, but now she's like 41, so things have moved on.
Yeah, quite a bit. Great. So
So
where should we
now,
go from?
what I would suggest is, we could do a couple of things. I mean, if you want to, and this may be actually a good thing to do, we could play this one. You could play against the bot if you like. How would you like that?
Yeah, sure. We have this this format where I play solo with other people because I hate playing solo. So that would fit into the alone together format. So we could definitely do that.
Yeah, that might be the easiest given the circumstances, but you'll get a little flavor of it.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to think about the bot. So you'll be the.
No, I'll work the bot. I'll tell you what to do. I'll take care of the bot.
Good.
So the first thing you have to do is, because you're playing it solo, you got to go to the wagons and take off the first wagon because it starts one turn past to give the bot a little bit of a chance there.
I think I went a bit too far. Give me a sec. Sorry if I make people sick by moving around aggressively. So I'm gonna remove to the organization display. So now we are here. So where is Baltimore store?
Okay, so you see, there was one. Oh, you know what? You don't have to do anything because Joel Topin, who did the amazing job on this Vassal set, he already took the counter off. Or that one goes away. That one is not on because that's the AM. We're starting on the PM turn, so that one's
so
gone.
I remove it to the organization display, and this one stays here, right?
And that one's going to be coming off at the end of the first turn.
Okay.
So now it's let's get the Solitaire rules going here. So let's see. Skip the command. Begin with movement. CSA moves first. Maximum. Okay, so roll a 1d10.
I can do that.
And
the result is an 8.
Okay, so you're going to get 8 moves to start the battle. The Union's not going to do anything. So go ahead and make 8 moves. Now, here are the limitations on your moves. You can't move Lee. You can't move him south of the Chickahominy until the 27th turn.
Yeah.
And he will redeploy on the 27th. That's about it. So other than Lee not moving, and the other thing is that see that pontoon bridge that's right there south of Mechanicsville?
Yeah.
I know there's a rule about that. Where is it?
Yeah, just here.
Oh, yeah. Whenever a CSA unit that is north of the river moves adjacent to a bridge, it must cease move for the remainder of the turn. And that bridge is treated as a ford for the first turn. So that bridge is not a bridge yet. It's a ford. So you can get across, but you got to go across change formation and go across like it's a ford. That's slower. And there happen to be big Union siege guns over by Gaines Mill. By the way, you can attack anywhere. You don't have to move just those. All those you can move any one of your pieces you want to move. But obviously, your Lee is in battle mode. And
so I want to fight.
Turn, Lee will. He stays in that hex, but he can change into maneuver mode. So that's about the only change you get on the HQ.
And in battle mode, he has a range of 6, right? Yeah.
Right. So those are the only guys that you can move, or you can move anybody toward him, but you don't want to do that. Those guys down to the east, you want to. So you got 8 moves. Have fun.
That's really bad because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7 away.
Yeah.
So
remember, if you have to advance after combat, you can go out of command range on an advance after combat. That's okay, but you can't go more than 6 from him by movement.
Yeah, but still. So only battle formation can cross a creek.
So if we're running the game, I'm not. I guess I see it, so I guess I can always put a radar. Let me see if I can do radar on this thing.
Oh yeah, you can do radar.
By the way,
you
do you do radar by shift, control, or shift?
So I don't know what it is on a PC, but I guess it
I
might
got
be
it.
a shift.
It's control. That's me, right?
Control. Yeah.
No.
I don't see you.
No, that's me.
Oh yeah, now I see you. Yeah. Okay.
So it's alt. So I'll make my. I will show you where I want to move by hitting the radar. But you go first. You got 8 moves.
Well, I think I'm gonna. I'd like to. I'll let you know what I think. I want to get rid of this.
Good.
Basically, that's the idea.
For.
And I want to have as many units as I can in contact with this thing. So I was thinking that the first thing that I can do is take this unit.
Yep.
And start making it come here.
Okay, and then it has to flip over to its battle mode.
So it will flip in battle mode.
That's your first move. You got 7
more. That's
more.
going to be my first move. My second move could be to move in here.
Okay.
So I'm in contact. Then
what is the fortification underneath that Union unit? Is it a field?
So that's a field works. Yeah.
Oh, fine. That's good. That's good.
Well, it's not good because it's still
right.
+3
so
to the.
Make 2 moves. You got 6 more.
I have 6 more. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move those guys here, and they are going to move in the open, so there won't be any effect. So I'm going to do 1, 2.
Flip over.
Now I flip, so that's going to be my third move, and then my fourth move is going to be this.
Very nice.
And then fourth move is going to be 1, 2. Flip.
As soon as you went to the first space, you had to flip over and stop.
Not here. Here I have to stop, right?
I know.
Oh no, right. You're right. Yeah.
I know I'm right. I've done this a few times.
Yeah.
That was the fourth move.
So 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute.
4. This is your 5th move.
That's my 5th move. So 5th move will be this.
6. Very nice.
And now I have 2 more moves. And I think with my 2 remaining moves, I'm going to start moving some of those.
Right. So to cross the ford, the first guy has got to use a move to flip into battle mode.
Yeah. So that's going to be 7th move.
The 8th move, he'll get across the river.
And then 8th move, it would be here.
Yep. You're done. Okay. Now it's combat.
So wait a minute. Ebony's actually having a good idea. We could do play by consensus, but I'm worried that it might be a bit long.
Yeah. Great. I didn't plan on this, but this is great because it's Solitaire, so I don't have to Well, anyway, we're unless we're restarting, this is where we are. So
yeah.
So
I'll take suggestions for the next moves after I'm done with the combat, so you can start debating in the chat right now.
Fantastic. Yeah. So, which one of you is the lead attacker?
So the lead attacker, I think, is going to be the cavalry. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that would be interesting.
Because the cavalry has 2 stars, but then again.
But you also get no artillery support.
Oh yeah, no. So that's going to be that.
They're going to get a +7 for artillery support.
It's going to be this one then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can get cavalry support because it's adjacent to the attack unit.
No, you don't get cavalry support. You're going to get attack support from the other AP Hill unit.
Okay. Yeah. So this one is going to come here. It's going to be the lead attacker.
This is how let me figure this out very quickly for you. Everybody makes a big deal. So can you make this a little bigger so I can read it better?
Yeah.
Like you blow the map up a little bit so we can get a little closer.
Zoom in.
I can see it also. Just pop it up one level on the map.
Another one?
It didn't move on long. Oh, I guess I have to synchronize again. Let me see.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the thing. So if you're looking at the stream, it's going to be super zoomed out. But if you're looking at Vassal, you need to click on the zoom button.
Well, I'm trying not to screw up your Vassal. That's what I'm trying not to do here.
You should be fine.
All right. Anyway, I just want to. Okay, there's the wagon. So I got to go down. Here we go. I'm on it now. Okay, so yeah, so the guy you're attacking with is Longstreet's AP Hill A, which means he starts with everybody's a 1. He's got his star is 2. You've got attack support. Now you're 4, and then because they're the same unit, you're 5, and you're giving artillery support, I assume. So you're 8.
Yeah.
Okay, and This guy, McCall's is he's a 9. And how do I get that? He's a 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 4 is a 9. So it's an 8 versus a 9. Roll a gray and a green dice, however that's done in this game. The first die rolls the attacker. If that's only one die roll.
So the attacker is a 6. So
okay,
I was
so
on a
an 8/6 is a SA. Good shot. Now roll for the Union. They're on the 9 column.
And it's
0. Oh, look at that! You lucky dog, you. So everyone says you can't attack successfully. It's not true. So
that's a D.
The defender is blown.
Yeah.
So remove McCall to the. I guess there's a game turn record track somewhere, but he comes back.
Yeah, I think so. I think I can. I'm going to send it to blown units.
Huh? Yeah, he's a blown unit. Make him a blown unit. Get rid of the field works. That's gone.
Nice.
And advance your guy 1 hex into that space. Here we go. You now have, if you want to, you have 1 more attack, which is the cavalry, but I would not.
Not doing it. No.
So we are now done with turn 1. So now go over to the wagon train at the far right and get rid of the 27. Get rid of one of the wagons. Get rid of that wagon.
So I'm gonna send to the
right click
organization.
If it goes away, or send it anywhere.
Yeah. Cool. So now I roll a D10.
So now we're into a normal turn. Now, the only thing. Well, first off, roll for initiative. So there is an initiative roll. Roll. You'll roll CSA first and USA second.
So CSA rolled a 2.
Okay,
USA
so the Union's going to have the initiative.
Yeah.
Now, in redeployment, Lee cannot move, but you can change it to maneuver mode if you want to. You can change him to the 15 side.
I think I have to. If I want to be able to. Yeah.
But he can't move. By the way, just so you know, you could have, and I didn't even suggest it because I didn't want to see this happen. You could have had Lee support that attack, but if he had rolled a 9, he would be, maybe a casualty. I didn't want to start the game that way, so I didn't even suggest it. But you could have had a 10 column shot, but you got an SA. You got a significant advantage.
I got the SA anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah. So clearly you can attack in this game successfully. All right, good. We got that settled. Now. Okay, so we are now up to, do you want to place any detachments? The Union does.
The thing is that where can I place them? Within the range of Lee?
16 hexes in the continuous long, within range of Lee, but if you get weird, you got to trace down roads if you go, but you always have to end up in range of Lee, and they have to move within range of Lee to get to wherever they're going.
Because I guess that with detachments, I could put some detachments behind the Union lines. Like, could I put some detachments in that area?
Let's see. Let me look on the map for a second. So you want to put some detachments up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 16, 17, 18. Wait a second. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. 18, 19. You could get, so if you wanted to, you could get a detachment into hex like 1817 if you wanted to. No, I'm sorry, 38. It's hard to read. 3817. You could get to that road over there, 3817 behind the Union over there.
Yeah, that would be great. That's the area that I was hoping to.
Yeah, so you can get to there because for the rule, you're tracing all these roads way around the Union and around, but you can double the range of you can go up to 30 hexes away from Lee as long as you are always within his command range and you have a continuous clean path to that location, which you do. So you can put a detachment there. So you have to sort of access it from the CSA units, I suspect.
Yeah. Which detachment can I take? Any of them, or?
It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So I will take one that has a name that I find funny.
Appealing.
So I take this one because he's named Chambliss, and I think it's cute.
He's a cavalry unit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether they're cavalry or infantry, but that is a famous cavalry unit. That's good. Now, for the let's see. Okay, let me see here. Overlapping. Passing. Okay, so now we are up to the Union can place. I hadn't planned on playing this, so so roll the die for the Union. I need a die roll from you.
Yeah, so they rolled a 6.
Okay, so the Union gets a total of 1d10 moves. Let's see, hang on. Okay, so the Union has a total of 16 moves total. Just so you know, for this turn. And if you pass before, they still got to finish out the 16 moves. If they run out of 16 moves, it's equivalent of a pass, and then you keep going if that's what you want to do. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So I have a total of 16 moves, and I'll just get a pencil and keep track of it over here.
Do they place detachments or?
They can, but I don't need to right now. So I'm not going to be able to do much. Because and McClellan. Go to McClellan. McClellan now flips to his maneuver mode at this point. I think he may be in maneuver mode.
He's already in maneuver mode. Yeah,
and he stays like that. He doesn't go to combat mode until somebody gets within his maneuver range, and then he'll start becoming a any Union. So McCall C. So we're up to So we're just following the sequence of play. We are into formation determination. So AP Hill, the two AP Hill units, neither one of the AP units can change.
Yeah, because they're within.
None of you guys can change formation.
Yeah, so they're in range of McCall C, and DH Hill is in range of McCall B, so they can.
Yeah. Now, according to the rules, the McCall C, which is next to the cavalry unit.
Yeah.
He will automatically disengage, and he's going to go back to see where there's a building called Barrett just east of him. Yeah, move him to it's hex 3718. Move him to 3718.
3718. Oh yeah, okay, that's yeah. Also,
he's abandoning the field works is gone.
Yeah, he's abandoning the field work. Okay.
Yep, so that's gone. Okay, so that was all the disengagement, and there's nobody else next to anybody. And that's pretty much that. Now, you're going to get now look at your turn display. You're going to get Jackson shows up this turn.
Yep. So I'm in 1862. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're on the 27th, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 4 units coming in. I'm gonna.
Yeah. So they come in. So what happens in this scenario is they're now going to make 3. But they're not there. They're in the.
Yeah. I just placed them there so we can move them around.
Yes. Yeah, so put them on these starting hexes. They're each going to make 3 extended marches right now.
And where is their starting hex?
It's like at the edge of the map, top edge of the map. It's hex. It's on the counter. I can't hang on. They're going to C0906.
0906. That's far away.
Like the far left of the map, right in that crook in there. C though, not on the B map. C map. You're still good. Yeah. You're still on the C map. Keep going. It's like gonna be like a rare, like right next to a railroad.
It's gonna be over there, right? Wait a minute.
I'll tell you. Yeah. Let me see where I gotta find it. What map am I on here? That's the B map. No, I gotta be.
No, C map is over here.
Yeah, you got off. You've gone too far.
Yeah, I went too far.
It's
C09. I can see it. Yeah. Wait a minute. You said 0906?
Yes, sir.
So that's gonna be on McDowell's Mill.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you got it. So now each of those pieces, starting with the first one, you may make 3 extended marches. So that's basically each piece can move 8 spaces, and obviously you're going to move them, towards the battle space.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just move the first one in 3 times, and then you can just have everybody just pile in behind them.
Oh, so that's 3 times 8, so that's 24 overall, right?
Yes, correct. Very good.
1, 2, 3, 4, Cinq. Wait a minute. Can keep on the road. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, you want to stay on the road. Yeah, definitely. You can't be extended marching if you're not on the road.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, et 16. Okay, so that's the first one.
So just put the other ones in like a line behind them because that's how they're going to end up moving. You can't stack, so they're all going to be right behind the other.
And I don't think I'm going to take another route with those, so that's the direction that I'm taking.
So just for the historical purposes, so on the 26th in the afternoon, this is approximately where Stonewall Jackson was, and he was supposed to launch this flank attack, and he just didn't move. So instead of having a bunch of special rules like he can't move, roll a die, he kind of moves, whatever, I just now he's where he was on the 26th in the afternoon, and he was just sitting there. He's a little further down, but close. You found a route that's close to where he was.
Yeah.
So now we're done with formations. We're done with blown divisions. Done coming back. We did disengagement. So now it's the movement phase, and the Union goes first.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to indicate the first move. So I'm going to use a radar thing, and so Fred, you see, this is the guy who's going to move.
Yeah.
And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's going to move by road to here.
Okay. So the field work.
The field works is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, it's now your turn. And I get 16 moves total, so I just made one, just to keep track. So now you can talk to your audience what they think you should do.
I don't trust them.
Well, that's a different problem. I can't talk to that. I can't talk to your trust issues, but
I think I'm gonna use. I'm gonna move Longstreet B.
Okay.
I think that sounds like a good idea. Longstreet B is here, and I can move along the road. So that's gonna be 4.
Yeah, but you can't go through anybody. You got to move the guy who's in front first.
That's why I'm moving them, because I'm gonna move towards here. Directly towards the west.
That's the east, but that's close enough.
Yeah, but actually, yeah, 2, 3, 4, and that's only 4. Yeah, only 4. And
you can move 4 more.
Why is that?
Because you could be an extended march.
Oh yeah, right. But I need to not stop in a space that would change my formation, correct?
Yeah, we'll stay on the road.
2, 3, 4, and I'll stop here.
Excellent. All right, so now for the second Union move, again, and by the way, just so anybody knows, I'm following these rules. So I'm not just, I'm just doing what it's telling me to do, what you would be doing. So I'm going to move, this guy's going next.
Yep.
And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's actually only going to move to here.
To gains, okay.
Yep.
And Fieldworks disappears.
Yeah.
So now it's back to me. And yeah, and those Jackson units, I cannot move them anymore, right?
No, you can. No, that was just a pre-game. They can move them all you want.
Oh, cool. Then I will definitely do that. I will move. No, actually, I'm gonna move Jackson B here.
Okay.
And he can do an extended move. So
yes, he can.
1,
as long as he doesn't go near a Union guy, he's fine.
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, and 8, just next to Bethesda Church.
And just to make sure, one thing, I'm just looking. So I just want to know where Lee's. Now, by the way, for people who have trouble remembering this, I use little markers on the map. So 2, 4, 6. Wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Which is
No,
closer
whatever.
from
Yeah,
where
so
he
these
was before.
guys, just so you know, anytime you move these guys, they have to be moving toward Lee, which
Yeah.
he did. Fine. He's now in command control, so he can't go beyond it anymore. But these guys here, here, and here are not in command, so they always have to end their move closer to Lee or
Than
in
where
the,
they
in the
started from.
command
Yeah.
possible, just so you were clear on that point. Okay, so now it's the third Union move, and I would like to move this guy to here, and that's going to change this guy to your guy here is going to go to battle formation, and he's going to go to battle formation.
Yeah, both of them will. So flip and flippity flip. Yeah, done.
Okay.
Interesting. Then, and I'm gonna remove this field
Be
work
aware,
here.
and be aware. I'm not trying to, but because I can't. So just so you know, there's an a you know there's a this is a historical scenario. The 2-player has no special rules, and so just understand. Look where the army is relative to Richmond. The Union Army is
Pretty
1,
close.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. They're 6 miles away.
Yeah.
So the Union Army, which is most of it, is 6 miles against these guys. And in the 2-player scenario, you could just launch an attack with these guys and head for Richmond, and it can be very interesting. So the 2-player is ahistorical because that didn't happen, but it's the more fun scenario as far as rocking and rolling. It's what Phil Kearney wanted McClellan to do, and he wouldn't do it. Anyway, I've made 3 moves. It's over to you.
So I've done Longstreet B. Went from here to here and
no,
flipped
wait.
into,
Oh yeah. So now you're in perfect.
in battle. Yeah,
So
battle formation.
Now move. Okay, so now we're gonna move this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he's going to here, straight down the road to there. So this guy to there.
Oh, but wait a minute. He's gonna go. Oh no. So
he's only got his zone of control. He doesn't have his ZOI.
not a zone of influence. So that's gonna be. He's gonna go here.
Yep, keep going.
And where?
Here.
Oh yeah.
There.
Okay. Hop.
And by the way, for those who want to know, this is New Cold Harbor. This is Old Cold Harbor, and the Battle of Cold Harbor takes place right here in 1864. That's where the Battle of Cold Harbor takes place. Anyway, continue.
So that was your move.
That was my 1, 2, 3. That was my 4th move. Okay.
I'm gonna move Jackson B again, and I'm gonna do another extended march because I want to. Now that you moved this one, I feel like I have an opportunity to block those 2.
Maybe.
So that's what I'm hoping for. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it.
I could do this 5.
No, you can't.
Oh no, because I'm not on the road anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No good.
So, but could I? Yeah. So that would be it. Yeah.
All right. So this guy here is going to go to here, and he's going to change the battle mode. So this guy goes to here and into battle mode.
So he goes here, goes into battle mode.
Yes, right.
And I guess now what I will do is move here and go into battle mode.
Right. So now this guy, wait, so that was when I moved that guy, that was my 5th move. So this is the 6th move. So this guy is going to go, again, he doesn't change formation because he's going clear. 1, 2, he's on the road, 3, and here he's going to get to here, but he changes into battle mode.
But doesn't he change it to battle mode here?
That is correct. He does.
Yeah.
So that's where he goes.
And
he's in
flip,
battle.
and the field work disappears.
That's right. We're no more field works.
Okay.
That was my 6th move. And when I say my move, I'm just making the bot moving here.
Oh, those guys are still in battle mode. That's pretty annoying.
Well, they can move 1 at least. I mean, you can start the process.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's super annoying. Well, I'm gonna start moving them then. AP Hill is gonna move here.
All right. So my 7th move, the Union 7th move, I'll stop saying mine because I'm just following what the bot's telling me to do. This guy is going to go from here to here.
Good for him.
All right.
Epi Hill is going to move here.
Okay. Then this guy is going to go from here to here.
Okay. This
That
one
was
is
my
going to
eighth
move
Union
here.
eighth move. This guy is going to go from here to here.
Yep. That if he was in march order, that would change his formation, but because he's already in that formation, that's fine. Yeah. Okay.
No, he wouldn't actually take it back. He would have to use a move to go into march mode because you can't cross it. You can't cross, and you'd have to first be in battle mode to cross there.
Okay, so that would be a two-step thing. First, you will go into battle mode, and
he's
then
already in battle mode. It saved me a step.
Good.
You done?
No, I haven't. Yeah, I did my move. Yeah.
You did it?
Yeah.
So this guy's going to go from here to here.
Okay. And this guy's going to go from here to here. You're tracking the number of moves, right? Because I have completely lost track.
I'm up. This is going to be the 10th Union move. And we're going to move. So this is an interesting move because even though, remember when over here, it doesn't, their ZOI thing doesn't extend across a big river like that. So
yeah, and there is no bridge. So yeah.
Yeah, they're just there. But what I'm going to do is this guy's going to go. I got to maintain my. So move him from here to here, please.
Yeah.
All right, that was 10th move.
And they could keep on moving here and not activate.
No, but I'm following they need to make the solitaire rules. I'm trying to maintain a front line basically. For the 5th Corps. The only people I can move this turn are these guys. And I'm slowly collapsing it, but I have to maintain, I got to sort of maintain a ZOI, ZOC linkages.
Okay, so I've done my move.
Okay, so this is now the 11th of 16. Let me see if I have any other options. You must move over before units until they are south of the or locked in. Okay, so I have to continue trying to get these guys south of the Chickahominy. So now this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, he's right here. Wait, that's silly. He's going to go exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's going to get to here.
Here he goes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was 11.
That was 11 indeed. I'm gonna move this one, extended march.
Right, but he's got to get closer to leave, remember, at the end.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, you're good.
8. So he's closer. Yeah.
Okay, so now for the 12th, let me just see if I think this might be the rest of the moves I'm going to take. So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can only move one. He's in battle formation.
No. I'm showing you his whole path.
Oh, yeah.
This is his 12th move, his 13th move, 13. Wait, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So he's ultimately going to move. You can move him here, and then
I can do my remaining 5 moves then.
Well, you have you have as many moves as you want.
Oh.
No, I've passed. So you have, first off, you now get 12, 13, 14, 15. So you get 5 moves, and then you're going to roll the dice to see how many more moves you get.
So I'm going to do move 1, flip, move 2, move 3.
Yep. There you go.
Move 4.
Mm-hmm.
Move 5.
Uh-huh.
And move 6. Now I need to roll,
right?
Guy
advanced. He lost. You don't get to keep the field works with you.
Yeah, I deleted it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So now I roll to see how many moves I have left.
Yeah, roll a d10.
And I get 6. So that's 6 extra moves.
No, you get more than that. You get 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You got 19 more moves.
19 more moves. Oh, which
is the most you can get.
That's a lot.
Make good use of them. You're going to
Yeah.
kill some Union guys, I would hope, at the end of this. But that Gainesville was a defeat, so we're having that battle now.
Set. So okay, I'm gonna do 7 just for this. So I have 12 left.
Uh-huh.
I have 12 left. I'm gonna do an extended move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 left. This one is gonna be here, 10 left. Interesting. Oh, I have those guys also to move in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. 8 left.
Mhm.
4, 7 left. 6 left. Gonna stay here. So 6 left. I think I'm happy with not moving my.
You're fine.
Yeah, those ones I'm happy.
The only thing I would say is if you've got a bunch of moves left, I would take this guy here just to get him into the action. This guy here, even by moving one, he can just move him that way, towards this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I need to move those. I have 6 moves left, so I think what I can do is having 1, 2, 3, 4, and getting close to the action, and then this one I can
cavalry out of the woods onto a road.
Yeah, so I could do 1 and 2, and that would be all of my moves.
Beautiful. All right. So now let me. The Union doesn't attack unless they need to maintain their lines. So even though they have initiative, they're not going to attack. But so there is a optional rule which I strongly suggest. So there was a rule that I had in Rebel Fury that I took out to lower the complexity. But it's back in here, especially in the campaign game. It plays well. But so you see here, you've got, and the way the rule, it's called a flanking attack rule. So you've got a continuous line of infantry around the defender. You see that?
Yeah.
So if you have a continuous line exactly like this, and you attack with a guy with support from the same, that gets all the benefits, I cannot use artillery, and I have a 2-column shift against me.
That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Like that. So we're going to use that. So your first attack, which one would you like? Would you like? You don't have to attack this guy. You have a couple of attacks, but it's over to you. So the Union's passing, so you have to roll a die to see how many attacks you actually get.
And for the flank attack, how many units I need to be adjacent to the units I'm attacking? 3 of them, or?
The key is, 4. But you have to have a continuous line. This is why I left it out. You just have one. You have met the conditions, but it has to be this continuous line from the same units and all this kind of crap. But I'm not going to go into all that right now. You've met the conditions.
So this one is going to go and be the lead attack against Sykes.
Okay. So so his defense is 2. He's a 5 naturally because he's a 2 and he's in woods, right?
Yeah.
But he's going to lose 2-column shifts because he is being flank attacked. So he's a 3 and he can't use artillery. So in your case, so I'm a 3. You're going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're in the 8 column. You're in the 8 column. So it's 8 versus 2. So roll. The first die is your 8, and the second die is the 2.
So I rolled 8-8. So that's significant.
That's very nice.
Significant advantage. That's really good. And he's at 2.
Yeah. No, he's a 3 column.
So 3 column, and he did roll a 9. So that's an A.
So
SA to A. That's a defender retreat.
Yeah, but because, first off, you have to roll the the explosion, the orange die once, just to see what would have happened normally. He would have been blown anyway, but he is blown because he can't retreat, and
because those are zones of control. Yeah,
exactly. So he goes to the blown column,
and this unit has to move in.
Yeah, there you go.
So
excuse me. He cannot advance. He's in his zone of control. He has to stay there.
Oh yeah. Okay. So he's stuck.
No
Good.
Okay. So when you roll the die, for how many attacks did you get total? I asked you that. Did you roll the die?
Two attacks. Oh no, I didn't roll. I didn't roll the die to know how many attacks I have. Should I do that now?
Yeah, you should have done that before.
So I roll a
So you've
6.
got a total of 9 attacks if you want them.
But yeah, and so
Well,
there
I'm
is
just telling you what the rules are. What you do is what you do.
there is a second attack that I want to do here.
Yeah.
I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't have the flanking here in this case.
No, you do not.
And
That's a normal Rebel Fury 3-on-1. You know. So let me see who. I gotta see who's here. So you got a guy from Magruder, Longstreet,
and Jones.
and Magruder. So here's the interesting part. You can have attack support, but you will not get corps/division support because the Magruder guys are separated by a Longstreet guy, so they can't support each other.
Yeah.
So basically, your attack, if you're using and you used you've used now 3 artillery, I think.
Yes, I used 3. No, I used 2 artillery at this stage.
Okay, so you only have 19 total. I just want to keep track.
So I have 17 left.
Yeah, and the Union, I guess the Union, you track the Union. So the Union used 2. No, they only used 1 because the other attack they couldn't use it. So it's Union is 1, CSA is 2. Okay, and everybody should know there's a track. I'm just doing it on paper because I don't have the easy access to the track. So this attack here is 1. Well, who do you want to attack with? This, give me the radio on who's attacking.
So this one is attacking, supported by those 2 against.
Well, no, he's only supported by the one next to him.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
You're back to GCACW. Wrong game.
Yeah.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 versus 5. I'm using an artillery.
So I'm gonna roll for the 6.
Yep.
So for me, 6-2, that puts me at a disadvantage.
Yep. And then roll for the.
He's at 5. He gets a 7. He gets advantage. So disadvantage to advantage.
Is an attacker retreat, and it's clear terrain, so it's just a retreat. So this guy retreats 2 up to 2 or up to 3 spaces. Your call.
So up to 2. So I'm going.
2 if he ends up in. Yeah, he can go to there because it's defensible terrain. He can stop after 2.
Yeah.
All right. So now you've got 7 more attacks.
That's not great. Actually, I could still do from here to here.
Absolutely.
I think that's what I'm going to try to do.
It's a bit defensible terrain because of the ridge.
Oh, but the ridge is. Does the ridge have a direction?
No, you're crossing a hex side with it, so you're getting.
Oh yeah, it's a slope. Yeah,
it's a slope. So he gets the defensible terrain.
Oh, I don't like this. So he's gonna get +3 from that.
Correct, and he'll also have artillery support.
I'm gonna try again with Longstreet attacking Morel.
Okay, so again, it's the same. He'll use another. So we each using another ammunition. So you're up to 4 to 3 on ammunition usage, and this is again the same. He is a 5 and you're a 4 again.
He's a 4.
Yes, Arno, you're correct. It's 7 days battles.
So he's a 5 and I'm a 4.
Yes.
Oh, that's not great. So I'm gonna
roll the dice.
Yeah. So I rolled.
One. That was not the roll. You got a D again. Roll the other one.
He's a
4 on 5. Yeah.
He has the advantage.
This guy has to retreat. 2 or 3. Well, it's probably gonna be 3 hexes, but he's gonna have to retreat at least 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not cool. And I think that's the only attacks that I'm gonna do.
Okay. So now go to the wagons and take off a wagon.
Yep.
Do you like the wagon thing?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was very happy with it, actually.
I think it's really nice.
So what this is simulating, anybody, is this is the big wagon train that it's literally like 1,000 wagons that's changing the base of supply for the Union Army of the Potomac from White House down to Harrison Landing. Okay, so we are now into the. Okay, so now here's the good news. We're now into the next turn. What is the next turn here?
So we are going to be June 27th in the afternoon.
Okay, June 27th in the afternoon. So Lee is no. You are now allowed to redeploy Lee anyway. We're back to normal deployment rules
Thank
for Lee.
God. Yeah.
So roll the 2 initiative die rolls. You as initiative.
So I'm gonna roll for Confederates first, a 9, and the Union an 8.
Yeah. So you got the initiative. So McClellan, by the way, never moves, so I don't have to do anything with him. It's a solitaire system. So you can put Lee, usual rules within 3 spaces of a friendly unit. It has to be closer to your guy than my guy. Can't be in his EOC, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Right? So
classic rules.
and also, by the way, you can redeploy Jefferson Davis also with him or anywhere else you want to put him.
He might be useful for some movement.
Well, he's only the way Jefferson Davis is only good in that you can fall back on him. He can't launch anything offensive. You can fall back on the president. So you can do. He's good. Basically, you can use him to guard Richmond, which is what he's good for. But
okay, so actually now he's kind of useless. I'm going to keep him.
Yeah, so I put him in Richmond. Yeah, it's a good place for him.
I'm going to put him here to give myself some.
Very nice.
I'm just going to double check if I want to put Lee here. He's closer
now
to
you might want to recall that I don't think that detachment's doing anything. So
no, it's useless. Yeah.
So, well, do you want to put a detachment down?
I don't think I need it.
I don't think you do either, but I had to offer. So recall, take the guy back, recall that detachment.
Yeah, did that.
Okay, and now we are up to.
That's going to be formation determination.
Yeah. So
those two change back to.
This guy goes to maneuver mode.
Yeah, this one goes to maneuver mode.
This guy stays the way he is, and this guy stays the way he is. I think everybody else is okay.
No, those two change to maneuver.
Yes, they do. And a bunch of Jackson's guys, I think, are far enough away now.
Yeah, but I've done it already. I fixed them.
Okay.
Those two stay the same, and this one stays the same. And actually, those two also change formation.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're up to disengagement, I believe, right?
Yep.
When do I get the blown guys back?
One should come back, actually.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Where are they?
Well, the first one was knocked out on the.
Yeah, was knocked down on the 26th in the afternoon. So that's
the first turn. So I should be getting one back, and he should be placed here next to McClellan.
Oh, the vassal module didn't send the unit in the blown thing.
I don't know. Sorry about that.
So I'm gonna take.
I think it was McCall. Was it McCall or something like that? McCall A or B?
Yeah, I think it was McCall A or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so put McCall over here, right on the word hill on Malvern Hill.
If I can find it, that's the thing.
All right, well, we'll come back to it. He's not going to be doing anything. We're not going to get to him anyway. He's way back.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Just note that if you're watching, that blown unit should have come back. It's just not. Wait a minute.
So now we're up to disengagement.
Oh, no, found it. Yeah, here it is.
Just put him on the map on the word hill at Malvern Hill.
Here you go.
And he's in battle mode when you come back blown.
Here it is.
There you go. Okay, so now this guy here is going to disengage back to here.
Like a coward.
No, he's following orders. Let's just be clear. He's following orders. Okay, so you have the initiative, my friend. It's movement, and you get your first move. Oh, roll the die for the Union. They get the die roll plus 10 from. They get 14 moves. 14 moves.
So 14 moves.
Okay.
And
CSA goes first. Go ahead.
CSA goes first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to flip.
Yep. So the first movement for the Union is going to be this guy is going to go back to just so you know, you don't have to ask me. He's going to go over his move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the next 6 moves is, if he's possible, he's going to get back to there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I can stop him before that.
Well, yeah, that's up to you.
The
But his first move is already up to here.
yeah. Oops. So one,
One.
2, 2.
Go back again.
And where he
Go
will
back
go after
here.
that?
Goes there.
I goes here. 3,
Yes.
3.
Now he goes to here. Oh wait. Yeah, and your guy. Yeah, you're in battle mode. That's fine.
Yeah. 4.
Yep. Go ahead.
And well, I guess I'm gonna go 4 and flip this one into. And then he's gonna do 5 here.
Yep. Now you go.
And now I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he's gonna move to Trent.
Okay.
I think, right?
Now he's going to go to here.
Oh, okay.
Because south of the river. And effectively, because of the way the Solitaire rules are, well, I have a couple of moves, but keep going. Now make your next move. I'll show you what my next move is from the rules of from the rules. Okay,
Yep.
so now look at this guy Peck over here.
Yeah.
So in the rules, Peck is the one unit that does not have to follow command control. His job is to guard the wagon train. So what he's going to do is he's going to go and lose it. He has a fieldworks he's going to lose. He's going to go 1. Wait. No matter how he goes, he's going to change formation. So he's just going to go to here and change formation and get rid of the fieldworks, obviously.
Yeah. Done.
Okay.
Okay. So
you're up.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna attack Morel B.
Yeah, this is your big. Yeah, and just so you know, the reason what the Solitaire system is doing, just in case anybody's trying to wonder, nothing moves unless you start to flank them until all the Union units are south of the Chickahominy River. Until Porter's Fifth Corps is south of the river, the Union's frozen, and then the whole Union army is going to start falling back. But until these guys get south of the river, until that last guy is dealt with, the Union's going to keep doing their thing.
So I did my move.
All right. So at this point, move this guy. This guy's going to basically move to here.
Okay.
And effectively, I'm done moving. But because of the way the rules are, I've made now 7 moves.
Yeah. So I have
you get 7 moves, make 7 moves, and then roll the die for that's when the Union technically passes. So you get 7 moves plus whatever you get with a pass.
2, 3, 4.
What do you think of it so far? It's pretty easy going, right?
Yeah, it is. So that's my 5th. 4.
Oh wait! I forgot about this guy here. Hang on. Think about it. He would have disengaged. According to the rule, he would have disengaged to here. I'm sorry. I missed him. I just missed him. That's all.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
He would have disengaged in the disengagement. So that's where he is. So take a move back if you want. But that's, again, following the Solitaire rule. I forgot he was there.
Oh, yeah, but this one, yeah, I think then I would have gone like this. Yeah.
Fine. So keep flipping. My guys flip over.
So this guy flips.
Good.
I have 4 moves left.
4 moves before you roll the dice for the pass.
Yeah. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. So now I roll to see how many moves I have left, and I rolled an 8.
And you would get, if the die roll is going to be plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're going to add 14 to the die roll, but no more than 19. So I think.
So that's 19 moves. Yeah.
You got 19 more moves. Have fun.
19 more moves. Trying to have the right, regroup the cores together.
Sure.
Donc. So that's 1 move, 2 move.
Yeah, remember the guys at the far end of that line are out of command control. So I think somewhere wherever 15 goes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so the cavalry is the only one that's out of command control at the far. Hampton's cavalry at the very bottom is the only one at command control.
Wait a minute. I have 17 moves left.
Okay. Let me see. I haven't even been paying attention to the comments. Anything going on out there, you guys? Anybody got a
No,
question?
there were some comments about the map being really nice. Joe Ball was asking which battle it was, but Arno told him it was 7 days.
7-day battles. What was interesting to me is that the Solitaire is the historical scenario, which most people would not think of.
9, 8, 7. 9, 8, 7. 6. 6. Oh, I've got some other units over there. Do I? No.
Yeah, the only thing is if you do the flanking attack thing, you can't use cavalry. It has to all be infantry.
Yeah. I have 6 moves left.
2, 3, 4, 5. You can get, so if you take this guy here and move him to here, you can get another flank attack.
So that would be 1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be all of my moves.
Yeah, that's fine. You get another schmack at him. Okay. So we're up to combat.
Yep.
And
I roll a die to see how many.
Yeah, well, you have the initiative, so you get the first attack no matter what. We're not up to the Union yet. You had initiative, so make an attack.
Well, I rolled an 8 for them, so I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You had 11 attacks, but regardless, I assume you're going to kill this guy first.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna start with, and I'm gonna
the lead unit.
And the lead unit is going to be. It can be any one of those 4, right?
Yeah, no, it can't. It has to be, if you want to get the full benefit of the flank attack, it has to be one of the 3 Jackson units is leading the attack.
Okay, so I'm going to use that Jackson unit.
Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is an 8. Is Lee in battle mode?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, well, then you get a 10. So you're at a 10. And the Union is 1. Well, you can't go. It's a 1. So it's a 10 versus a 1. This is as good as it's going to get ever.
So 10, I'm going to roll for me. 10, 1. So I'm at an advantage.
That's okay. It's an A, though. Only a 0 would hurt you.
And he's at 1, and he rolled a 0. So I'm at.
Well, if you could have gotten, you would have seen a disaster otherwise. But anyway, an A versus
an A
to an S is a defender blown. So this guy is blown. So take him out.
Yep.
And Jackson advances into that space. And now the 5th Corps is officially south of the Chickahominy River.
Yep.
Now you still have more attacks, so carry on if you'd like.
And the Union is not attacking?
No, the Union's passing.
Okay, so then I'm going to have this unit here attacking this.
All right.
That sounds risky. But all of them are the same core. I don't know if that helps, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you get a +1 ultimately out of that. Yeah. So if this guy is attacking Smith, he's in field works.
Actually,
so
maybe
you would be a 1,
this
2,
one
3,
should.
4. What?
Oh, no. I'm thinking this one should because he's in range of Lee, but then he would go across the slope. So it's probably better for me to have this one.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're right. He would get the Lee benefit if you used him.
But he would have the slope, so that would give you the advantage of.
No, it doesn't matter. He's in field works.
Oh, okay, so that's perfect. So then that's going to be the leading unit. Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're in the 9 column versus WF Baldy Smith B. So he is going to be a 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's an 8. So it's a 9 versus an 8.
So I'm gonna roll for the 9 first.
Yep.
So that's an 8. So it
very
puts
nice.
me at SA, and then he's at an 8.
Yeah.
And 8-6, that puts him. Oh, that's SA2.
So SA is attacker
retreat.
But no, but you got to roll the blown die because he's in defensible terrain.
Yeah. So that's retreat.
You got lucky. So this guy falls back.
So mine or his?
He won the battle. You have to.
Oh yeah. So I have to retreat this guy.
Correct. So, and he's going to have to go back 3 because I don't see any defensible terrain within 2 hexes of him.
Even if he goes into the woods here?
That's only 1 hex. You got to go at least 2.
1, 2, and then 3.
Okay. So you're still attacking. The Union's good.
I'm not attacking anymore.
Okay, so just so you know, you've used up 7 ammunition, and the Union's used up 4 so far.
Yeah. And have 19, right?
That is correct. All right, so we're done with the turn, except that now you have to take off another wagon.
Okay, so now the wagon is here.
Yep, that's the end of the wagon line, as it were.
Yeah. Not moving as fast as I expected.
Well, it never does.
Okay, let's do another round.
Let's put in. So we're at now. I think I get another blown unit back now, right?
I think you do, yeah. Let me look at the so USA units. No, USA organization. You should have Sykes coming back.
All right, just put him where that last wagon is next to McClellan.
Yep.
And just while you're there, no, on the wagon because it has to be next
on the
to
wagon.
McClellan.
Yeah.
And the guy that was brought in last turn, just flip him over to his, the 4 side, so you don't have to worry about. We won't forget. Okay. So going back to things here. Okay, so now we're first off HQ redeployment. So you get to move Lee if you like. Oh no, you've got to roll for Lee. He's in battle mode. Roll a 10-sided die.
0.
So now Lee is stuck there. So you have to put a DRM +2 marker on him because he is stuck there for this turn in battle mode. But next turn he gets a +2 die roll to try to get out, which will likely get him out.
So I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna look at 4 markers. Give me a sec.
It's in the marker. There's a marker tab over here. You see it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, but I don't see a +2 DRM marker anywhere.
I know. Yeah, it says battle mode +2 DRM.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, here it is.
So that goes on Lee. So he is. So that's gonna hurt you a little bit. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying actually.
Well, he went to battle mode, but what it means is the wagon train is like now. This was your one shot to get the back of the wagon train because once that one goes, it's right near the bridge, and then they're on the south side. It's going to be hard to get to the wagon train. Now you could still win the game on points, but you're not. I think the wagon train thing may be very hard for you to achieve. Now.
Yeah, now it's going to be impossible. I was really hoping that I could. My plan was to move Lee from here to somewhere.
Like
over there.
You have to be within 3 of one of these Confederate guys. Like Lee could have gone to here.
But here in maneuver mode would have been ideal.
I would agree, although he would actually have to go there because he has to be closer to your guys than a Union guy.
Sure. Yeah. So because there is a McCall here.
And then you would have been in range, and then I would have then been using detachments and Peck to block it. You see, this guy is sort of like the back, the rear guard here. So he would have moved up legally, according to the rules, legally moved up to here. And then I would have, and I could deploy detachments based. And there's a little bit of special rule. Just I can deploy detachments from him.
Well, I'm not. I still have a shot because I mean this
I'm
is
not
the one
I just point out
this is the one I'm removing this round. So
yeah, so the only one left is this one.
Yeah. Oh wait a minute. Oh yeah, you're right.
Let me just put it this way. I've played this a number of times.
No, it's impossible.
Now,
I
what we
thought I had
can
one
do,
more round. Yeah, but no.
well, again, this is it's solitaire, right? So this one, the die. Now you could have said, "Well, I'm playing solitaire. Screw it, I league out of command," and you could try that. Uh, but
No, that's
I like to say the bot might have got the better of you this time. But you're not over yet because remember these guys have to all fall back across a lot of terrain. So let's just keep going. These guys are nowhere out of danger yet because the army's got to now start to retreat, and that gets interesting in and of itself. But you managed to, you haven't gotten any points yet, so it's still, and ties go to the Union, obviously.
so let's do a final round.
Yeah, look on around. Okay, so Lee is stuck. Okay, we're good.
So
Lee
we're
is
done with
stuck.
this. Detachment. I don't think I need to place any at this stage.
Yeah, I don't see any benefit to it.
We've done the off-map movement, so now it's formation determination. And I believe that morale B is actually back into column move thingy. And
let's just do it in order. So right now we're up to formation determination. So anybody who's a 1 on my side that's not more than 2 away from you should be flipped over. I think everybody's actually okay.
This one needed to go back to its.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And this one needs to also change. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All good.
Oh, wait a minute. The zone of influence doesn't extend across river, right?
No. It does extend across the bridges. So these guys here those guys are within range because those bridges makes his zone of influence extend.
Oh yeah. So that would be. So this one would still flip though.
I would. No, because of the bridge, both those hexes. Yeah, he's like that. Yeah, it's correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're up to blown division. We put the guy back already, so we took care of that.
Oh wait a minute, this one flips back.
Yeah, we did that blown unit thing. So disengagement. So what the Union's going to do is that's W.F. Smith, and that's this guy. So let's circle. Give me a sec. I just need to read the rules here. I just want to make sure I'm disengaging correctly. There's no. Oh, wait, it does say in the rules, anytime we get stuck, like, well, what we should do, it's a 50-50 die roll, the 2 best choices. So we're back into free now. Passing the unit, suspend its move. Once a unit is coming, somebody move. They must move closer to their HQ. The column remains in maneuver mode until one of the guys gets close.
Oh,
pretty much point, and will deploy detachments blocked on guarded routes that threaten the supply wagons. During the end phase, quarters of target pull back. Any units say want to make the disengage 3. Oh, any Union unit. Okay, so these 3, according to the rules, they're falling back, and this is where your chances come in. This, and this are going to disengage.
Nice.
So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3. So he's going to fall back to there.
Perfect.
Fieldwork's gone. This guy is going to fall back 3 to here. And this guy is going to fall back 3 to here. And I have met the enemy, and they are me. So we're done with this engagement, and now we're up to you. Fieldworks, construction, movement phase. So you won the initiative, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But because of Lee, nobody can move out of his command range. So you can only move the guys that are within 6 of Lee.
That sucks really hard.
Yeah, that's really where the big suck comes in.
And oh yeah, within range of Lee is only those
These few
units
guys
of
up here
here.
north of the Chickahominy, and there's only one bridge this guy here could cross. This guy could cross the river, which is probably the only move you really have.
Yeah.
And you can move somebody over to here. Is that within 6-2? Yeah. So you can basically get guys there, and that's about it, really. I think.
Yeah, I think this one can come here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe that's pretty much it. What else can I do?
Not much.
Well, this unit can start.
Yeah, you can move guys around as long as they stay within 6 of Lee. You're good. You know, you got plenty of move. Yeah, just move the guys where you want them because the Union is basically kind of. And I'll make and I will be making a couple of Union moves, but just tell me when you're done with those guys.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do just the base stuff. Yeah, I cannot move that much. Wait a minute. Actually, let me take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this one can move up to here.
Okay.
Actually, can move up to here. That's his maximum, but still, at least this is done. I'm gonna just regroup everyone, I guess.
All right. I can actually move these pieces. I believe I have actual control. I think.
Up. Yeah, and I think that's the only ones that I could move. The other ones are out of range.
Right. So roll a 10-sided die for me.
Yep. So that's 0.
So I got 10 moves. That's fine. So let me make my 10 move. I think I can move them myself. Let me see.
You should be able to if you took a
I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, 9, 10. Okay, Union's done moving.
Great.
And then this wagon goes away. Mark, remove to organization display. So there we are. What turn are we on?
And we could fight though.
Yeah, you can have a fight. Why don't you have your little battle? You got a battle.
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna have my little battle before we're done. So I have the feeling of having accomplished something.
Okay, so this guy is a 5, by the way, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're at 7 to 5.
So I'm gonna roll for the 7 first, and that's a 4. So 4 at 7, that's an advantage. And he's a 5. He rolled a 1.
You got him AD.
An A2D. So that's
retreat. He has no defensive, rating, so he'll go 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And you advance this guy to here.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it would be the. Wait a minute.
It doesn't matter. Whichever one you used, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Jackson B. Yeah, makes sense.
It's good.
Good. So that would be.
Think?
I think it's. I really like the. So I haven't seen how the bot works, but it doesn't look like it's too complicated.
No, well, I am working the bot. That's why I've been reading. I've been working the bot. Basically, the bot just has to try to maintain like the equivalent of a ZOC ZOI line as it falls back.
Yeah. And the thing that I think if I were playing this solo, I would probably not look at the bot. I would just vibe it.
Well, the bot's not meant to be onerous. The bot's just going to. What the bot's basically saying is all the Union units north of the Chickahominy have to first get south of the Chickahominy. Then the Union Army collapses on McClellan while making sure that it's always between the Confederates and the wagon train.
Yeah, but it's it's really interesting. It's like as a solo experience is actually pretty cool, but that was also working quite well for. Oh wait a minute, this should be deleted in Rebel Fury. But I feel like this feels more epic in a way.
Well, it's an epic battle. It really is an epic battle historically.
And I really like maneuvering in games like this, and I really feel like this one has definitely this feel. So that's really cool. I would like to try the campaign mode, like two-player that you mentioned before, where you have the asymmetry between the which side you're choosing for the HQ, and thinking about your supply and your extent and being in extended supply and stuff like this, because this looks really, really interesting. I'm actually looking forward to having the box and trying an actual two-player game of this.
What's interesting is, so again, I'm not throwing shade on any other systems, but you can play the entire campaign in 10 hours. The whole thing, the whole 1864 campaign takes about 10. I mean, if you're playing slow, maybe 12 hours max. So it's in a weekend you could finish it. I have multiple times.
And that's really cool, I think. And that's why I really want to try it in a like a small convention, playing over a day and a half and going through the full campaign. We had a question from Joe that I left on screen here. I think he missed it because we talked about it in the beginning and then took into account while we were doing the battle ratings. But Joe is asking how is the artillery represented in the design?
So Rebel Fury is a grand tactical simulation, which means at half mile a hex, this is your Ulysses S. Grant. You're not Hancock. You're not Sedgwick. You're not a corps and below is tactical. So every one of these units, every piece on the game here has its own artillery. So artillery is everywhere. There's no piece that doesn't have artillery. So the only issue is not do they have guns where and remember they're being deployed in direct support of whatever's going on. The only thing is different is its ammunition. So in other words, a gun battery in any one of these units in a heavy attack would run out of ammunition in about 2 hours, and these turns represent half a day. So to have continuous artillery support in defense or an offense, you have to use Army level ammunition has to be deployed to you. So it's really about ammunition, not about where the guns are. Because again, if you're deploying guns, you're at the tactical level. At a half mile scale, that's not what's going on. Every one of these pieces has artillery, and even if you're giving artillery ammunition, one of two things is happening. Either they're sending in a core level battery to replace a division battery to replace itself, maybe it's been damaged or whatever, or they're giving more ammunition to the division artillery, which is usually the case. But either way, you're not doing like a Napoleonic grand, bombardment like Gettysburg, which doesn't, which you can do in the game, but it's the assaults that matter. Does my assault have artillery support? Yes or no? That's really the ultimate answer to the whole thing.
And I think, I hope that answers Joe's question. And if you have a follow-up question, Joe, just let us know. But I was really thinking about the campaign mode, and it's like the fact that you have those supply trains, that you're thinking about those kind of things, and the maneuver is a bit like takes place in a bigger scale. It reminds me more of those like big operational system, like a Library of Napoleonic Battles or stuff like this.
Which is what I was going for. When I started the project, I wanted to get a grand tactical level simulation, and I knew I wanted to eventually cover this whole campaign. So I always saw it as going to be like a 2-level simulation. But now I've really got a real vision of putting in this 3rd level. So it's ultimately going to be a theater level, an operational level, and a grand tactical. So you can play the grand tactical battles on one map scenarios out of the box. You can play a campaign game, which is going to give you all of that sort of, what you would think of as an operational level game. But the theater game starts to bring in what I call the hidden movement and stuff that is normally not at the operational level, because they kind of have a better idea where they are. But at the theater level, you can do real fake outs, and I've got a whole interesting system. And so, and the other thing, as I've said before, or recently in an interview with the Player's Aid, I'm going to get this done in about 4 or 5 volumes. This is, I'm not, I'm going to be 71. I'm not going to do this for 30 years. So I'm going to finish the whole war, and I want to get it done in like another 3 volumes. I think I get the whole war at all the levels that I want. The theater, the operational where it matters, and these grand tactical battles of all the famous ones. So in the next volume, it's going to be Gettysburg, Antietam, and Vicksburg, but it's not the Battle of Gettysburg. It's the Gettysburg campaign, and it's the Antietam campaign, and of course they're kind of adjacent to each other. So you're going to get a block of maps that's going to cover most of that area of Maryland, and see if I can even get DC on the map. And then eventually I'll get the Manassas battles in. And so there could be some big hunks. And like what I did with Gulf Strike, most people don't know that, is the theater level and where I have maps at the grand tactical level, I'll color in, there'll be some indication on the map where the maps are below the big hexagons.
Yeah.
So you can jump in and out of those levels where I have grand tactical maps. Obviously, you can't do the United States at the half mile per hex scale at this period. It'd be 1,000 maps. But they didn't. But they were major corridors where they fought, where I can get, you can get a lot of action.
Focus on the
famous, the big campaigns, and then I can always have grand tactical battles for all the other stuff, which will be in there. That doesn't have to have all 3 levels or a campaign even.
And Mike is saying that a 5-year plan is nice, and I feel it's very Maoist of you to have big 5-year plans. So
I hadn't thought of that. That's funny. That's very funny. Well, you're a politician now, so you think about those things.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And actually, Arnaud is saying something, and I think it resonates also with me, because that's the kind of thing that I'm feeling, like you talking about the campaign mode. It's like, I think this mode is probably the one that I'm the most curious about. I think I really want to try it, because it feels like it could give that get closer to GCACW, but in a way more manageable package. So that could be really, really interesting. And did you have this system in mind when you were thinking about the campaign mode, like GCACW, or not necessarily?
I'll be honest with you. First of all, let's be clear. I published GCACW first.
Yeah.
Victory Games published Lee versus Grant. That's the beginning of the system.
Yeah.
I've been playing GCACW longer than anybody you know, because Joe Balkowski did it for me at Victory Games.
So you to answer the question, you did have it in mind in a way, just in a.
No, I'm just saying I'm aware of. There's nothing about GCACW that I don't know, because I published it first. What I'm saying is that that's a 1 mile per. Like, look at the Wilderness. The Wilderness in GCACW is like a block of, let's see, a half mile. So it's like 6 by 6 hexes is the Wilderness. Yeah. This is like 20 by 20. So maneuver at the grand tactical. If you want to see the Battle of the Wilderness, you have to be at the grand tactical level. At the operational level, it's almost not. It doesn't quite. You're going to be. It's going to look. I just saw the GCACW tournament at WBC.
Yeah.
And I played the Wilderness, by the way. It's like, everybody just packed into like those 6 by 6 hexes, and that's how it handles that kind of battle. The maneuver doesn't exist at that level. But when you back it out to the half mile scale, which is the grand tactical level, the Wilderness does have maneuver in it, which you're not going to see at the GCACW. No shade on GCACW. It's all about scale. It has nothing to do with the system. But 1 mile is insufficient to do Wilderness, Spotsylvania. It's too compacted. But you will get the campaign. You can get the Peninsula campaign. You can get this. You can get this campaign also, and a lot less maps. It'll be a lot less maps. But the maneuver is different. Because it's. When you get into those battle situations, everybody's just mashed up against each other, because the battlefields are not that big. That was why I chose the Grand Test. So when you say, did I think about GCACW? No, I was thinking about how do I do these famous battles so that you still see the maneuver at the Army level. And again, the Grand Tactical level, by definition, according to Jomini, which these guys took in school, is maneuvers prior to and during a battle. So the Grand Tactical level, it already says, well, it's like a game a lot about maneuver. That's what the Grand Tactical level is, the maneuver level for the Napoleonic period, which hopefully you and I will do eventually, and the ACW. That's why I chose it. And I knew that I could get operational with a lot more maps. That's how I wanted to handle it. It's just a different approach. There's no right way. Remember, I wrote my book, No Right Way to Design a Game.
No,
this is my way to design the game. and this is how I wanted to handle the Civil War. I want that grand tactical. What you just saw is the grand tactical. You see, didn't you feel like you were maneuvering around and?
Yeah, but that's the kind of like this kind of feeling that I enjoy in games like this, and I think it's you do have a lot more thinking about positioning yourself compared to GCA CW because of the scale, so that makes sense, and I kind of enjoy that quite a bit. So that's
what I wanted.
Cool.
See, that's what I enjoy. So again, I designed this game for me, not for anybody.
So, and you said you were at WBC, and I was wondering, did you see people starting playing competitively Rebel Fury, or it's too early?
I saw one game other than me. I saw one game of the Rebel Fury. When you're in the big open gaming, I saw 90% of the games in open gaming is like pirate games, space games, I played Battlestar Galactica. I was a Cylon.
Oh yeah.
So I could see this being a tournament. I just haven't, been the one to develop it that way yet.
Yeah. Well,
when I went to SD HISCon last year, and I'm going to be going this year, there were about half a dozen Rebel Fury games being played. Besides my little thing I was doing, there were about 6 games of it being played because you can finish it you can actually sit down and finish it in 2 hours.
Yeah, it plays really fast. But yeah,
and I think the important thing also is, I was looking for a very inclusive simulation without the overhead. That's what I feel like you don't feel like you're maneuvering if you're doing a lot of overhead. So I wanted to emphasize that. See, the American Civil War. The famous line from Bedford Forrest: "Get there firstest with the mostest." The tactics in the Civil War were, I get on this ground before you get there, and then you got to knock me off. And knocking me off is hard. That's the Civil War that you're going to read about in every book you're going to ever read. And that's what this game does capture, I think, exactly the way I wanted it to.
Well, do you know when the game is going to be shipping?
So here's the thing. The game is finished, first off. The developer is just finishing. So, for instance, as I showed you, the series rules have no real changes, but they're finished. It's the playbook is being the playbook is being in its final edits and has to be laid down. Let's say that'll be completed within the month of September.
Yeah.
Then it goes to China, and then there can't be a war in Taiwan. There can't be an alien invasion from that thing that came into the solar system, and pirates can't jump the ship. So then, assuming those things don't happen, I would say it's possible by December, but probably January is what I would say at this point.
Well, let's hope for December. But when the game is out, I think it would be really nice to have like a series where we play through a full campaign.
We tried that with Pacific War. We failed. I just saw the teach and play.
But I think that we need. I think if we do it, I think it would be easier if it's like we could do it just the 2 of us, and it would be a lot simpler.
Somebody apparently bought me. I didn't get an invitation, but apparently a friend of mine said he paid for me to be on your Discord server. So,
and I tried to send you the invite on Discord. You never replied. So that's
I have to go on Discord to get it.
Yeah, you have to go on Discord to get it.
Okay, I will go on and get it, but we can play on Discord.
Yeah, sure. We can do that, which is a good segue to say that if you want to support the show, first thing you can do is like and subscribe, and the other thing that you can do if you want to support even more is you can donate on Ko-fi. And as Mark was saying, there is a Discord server. If you donate on Ko-fi, you would have access to the Discord server. So that's also a way to do it. Mark is going to join the Discord server soon once he figures out how to join Discord.
I assume I just push the button. No, I have I'm hooked onto like 25 servers on Discord. I just rarely use them except when I'm using my own.
Yeah.
But by the way, just if I got a second to give a little bit of history, I know people so if you look here if you bring up the map for a second, you still have it there, right?
Yep, I have it.
Yeah, there it is. Let it come on first. So right here, you see it says Fair Oaks under those counters there?
Yeah.
So the game let me just go through this. So the scenarios in the game, let me just quickly go through. So in 1862, we obviously were playing the main scenario from 1862. You've got the Solitaire, 7 Days Battles. You've got the 2-player 7 Days Battles, which is the ahistorical one, believe it or not. Then you have the Battle of Fair Oaks, Seven Pines, which is where I just focused. And by the way, yeah. So what happened? That scenario only has about. In fact, Fred, you can bring it up, can't you?
Which one?
Fair Oaks.
Yeah, I can.
Fair Oaks,
yeah. Give me a second.
Why don't you bring that up real quickly? I just reopen it up, and I won't have to worry. I'll resynchronize after you do it.
I'm gonna go solo.
So in Rebel Fury, I gave you the Fredericksburg scenario as a learning scenario, but it plays well solo, but it's not very interesting because you're just basically charging entrenchments, which is very nasty. Is this Fair Oaks now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me just resynchronize. Fred, synchronize. Don't want to save the game. I am going to be, it doesn't matter. I'll come up as the Union. No, okay. I'm just getting to where I can actually manipulate the game.
Then I probably should have, you joined as the US. Perfect.
No, I got it. I'm good. So folks who are watching, first off, you'll notice that right here, it's Joe Johnson. So Joe Johnson is going to get wounded in this battle. That's how Robert E. Lee takes over. And the entire battle is the Confederates. It's only 2 turns, and the Confederates have to take. This is a railroad station called Fair Oaks, and the Fair Oaks station, and so that's where the battle is, and it's very few counters, and it plays like in. This might take 40 minutes to play this scenario. So this is like the learning scenario, but it's a historical battle. Good fun. It has a solitaire mode and it has a 2-player mode. Then you saw the 7 Days Battle. So this gives you and the only counters that can really move are, these guys here and all these Confederate guys are the only ones that can move. So not a lot going on there. Now, if you could bring up the main campaign scenario, that's the Rebel Fury one. I just want to walk through that real quickly, and then we'll and I guess we're going to get to an ending point at that point.
Yeah,
sounds good.
And
synchronize. Are you in?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to resynchronize. So no, I wanted you to bring up the combined Rebel Fury one.
Oh, and this one, how is it going to be called in the?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. Let me go look real quickly. Let me first get into this one so I can get access to it again. All right. So the scenarios. How do you?
Because I have Spotsylvania, North Anna, Cold Harbor, Grant's 1864 campaign.
That's it. That's the Grant 1864 campaign, I believe, is it?
Overland campaign. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the whole. That's what I think they call. It's what. Go to the far left. I'll know in a second if you got the right. If it's the one I'm looking for.
Wait a minute. So we have. It looks kind of the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. All right. Well, anyway, we'll just go with this. So. When you get Army of the Potomac, this is the beginning of the campaign on May 13th. But if Fred, go to the left to the river. So basically, if you were to have Rebel Fury, and this one has it in there, I just don't know what it's called. I know it's in here. Let me see, 1864. It's called the. I don't know what it. RF. Is there an RF bonus campaign? Is there something called a bonus campaign in there?
No.
It says Grand Overland bonus or Rebel Fury or something.
No, it doesn't. Maybe it's not there yet.
I think it is there. I've played it. It's in here somewhere. But anyway, regardless, let's just go back to what we got. So, so what happens is if you had Rebel Fury, the physical game, what would happen is you would set up. Using the Rebel Fury counters, and I'm just going to go. You see where I am on the Rappahannock River?
Oh, you might need to resynchronize.
Oh, let me resynchronize. Hang on.
Oh, I think I might have found it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, you got it. You got it. I'm going to come in as the Confederates, I guess. Finish. Okay, no. All right, so what happens, what you're looking at now is this is the counters from Rebel Fury Wilderness Battle, Grand Tactical. And if you could just go a little further down, stop right there. You see that Union cavalry unit there?
There's one here.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, I have control. Yes, thank you. That is Parker's store. So basically, the Battle of the Wilderness takes place between here and here. You see, that's the Battle of the Wilderness. So at a half-mile scale, that's each of these are 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles. So that's 5 miles between here and here.
So that's 10 hexes. Yeah.
Right, but at a 1 mile scale, that's 5 hexes. You see, so you get a far larger space to operate in and see where these roads affect things because you're more open. And what happens is Lee wins this battle. He blocks. He basically gets himself along here, and he blocks the Union from going this way. Yeah. So then Grant and this is all within. I got to find where the heck is Spotsylvania Court? Oh, here it is. So Spotsylvania Courthouse is here. See where I'm focusing?
Yeah.
So Grant's going to shift himself over from where he was where I just showed you, and he's going to bounce into the Confederates, are going to beat him by 5 minutes to this spot. Anderson's going to get his guys there just a little bit ahead of and then this is the Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse is going to take place. Please make. Do I need to resynchronize? Maybe.
No, I think you're fine.
Oh, I think it stopped working on my end, but regardless.
Okay,
yeah. So what happens then is you get to. I don't see the radar. Hit the
but
radar.
It does
thing.
work. It does work when you do it on my side, so people would see it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is where the Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse is, and this is where the mule shoe is somewhere like right around here. Okay, so that's the end of the Spotsylvania Courthouse and Rebel Fury. Now, if you could open up the one that we've been looking at, the May 18th Spotsylvania campaign one.
Yeah,
that'd be good. Let me know when you're there.
Almost there. And you can synchronize now.
Okay. So go to that. Okay. Now, which way? Who did you come in as?
I think I went as solo. So you can take wherever you want.
So what happens now is now that we're past the Rebel Fury part, if you get down over the Potomac, this is where things are at the end of May 12th. And as I said, and what happens is for about to May 18th, which is the name of the battle, what happens is these guys here, using the night march rules, which are in the campaign and in the scenario, they come around this way. You see?
Oh yeah,
They whip around to here, and then there's a whole bunch of assaults here and here, and they all fail. By the way, again going back to, and it's bloody. And Grant at that point says, I've had enough of this, and he sends the Second Corps, and there's an off-map display. They actually leave and they go down. They start whipping down here, and then Lee runs down the map to go to Hanover Junction.
Yeah.
And this is where the Confederates make their defensive positions, and Grant's like split. His forces are split between, between those two. You see where it says Oxford? Where is that? I'm just looking at it real quick. Quarlesville. Right by Anderson Bridge. Yeah, there's Oxford right next to Anderson's Bridge. So that's where Lee's position touches the river, and then it goes back like a V, and Grant's forces are split between the left and right flank, and they're all dug in. It's just like Fredericksburg. And Grant goes this time, I'm not doing that. And then Grant pulls out and goes, now go up and then all the way back over to where we were in the other maps along the top edge. Now go right.
Over here? Or
go right, east. Yeah, much east. Stop. See that little section there? Stop. Go back. Go back a little bit. See, that's right there. So what happens is, let me get. I guess I can. I have to get my map to the same location. So what happens is, Grant comes down this road here, and that's why this is here. and they cross here and here. And this is the beginning of the Cold Harbor scenario, which is really, now if you could bring up the Cold Harbor scenario, that would be really interesting right now.
It's here. Yeah, give me a sec.
It's the Cold Harbor scenario, and I think this is the best one map scenario in the game, from my perspective, because it's a meeting engagement. It's a fantastic scenario. Okay, I'll resynchronize to you. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you can see it. If I do this, you should center on my.
Yeah, I'm there. So the scenario begins. You see these guys. This is all the guys that start on the map, and all the Confederate units are going to come in from over here, and the Union units are going to come around this way, and they ultimately historically line up along here, killing each other. And then Grant tries one more time to get around the flank of Lee, and there's a battle at Bethesda Church, which the Confederates attack the Union, and here's where Cold Harbor is. So in other words, when they can't bust through the swamp area, the Potomac swamp, they start to try to swing out one more time out to here, and the Confederates counterattack here, and this is Cold Harbor, and then Lee has another assault right around here. So there's just a ton of fighting along that line, and that's the one map scenario. But it's also kind of how the campaign comes to an end. Is you're going to end up down here eventually, and that's all maneuver. And think about it: you've just maneuvered from that other end all the way down to here at the half-mile scale. That's what's really cool to me. That's why I've been playing it so much. It's really cool,
and it does sound really cool. I want to try it. So I have to wait until probably December or January.
Well, you and I can
play it.
Right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right now, but in the near future.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, we have a bit of traveling to do, but so once we're done with
that, I'm also hoping if we can make teams on your Discord server. People can play and scream and yell at each other. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's what we were. There is a game of Empire of the Sun that has been being played like this over the last couple of months. Like you have like they negotiate each move within teams. So that's pretty fun. And there is also a game of GCACW that just started with this system, so that could work also for this one.
The other thing that makes this one harder for that is that it's because it's one move. You don't have I don't move all my pieces. You move all your pieces. Even in GCW, it flips back and forth. Yeah, it could take a while for that. Get all the maneuver done.
And I think that's okay. Like we know that it's a slower kind of game. Yeah. And so maybe before we leave, there is maybe one question that I think was interesting from Arnaud, asking about, because I think he was introduced by the Waterloo game in this system, and he was wondering if what you're doing for the American Civil War with the campaign mode is something that you're also considering for Napoleonic warfare.
Definitely. So at this point, people should understand. The question I have to ask: so, how long is Mark going to live? This is really becomes the.
That's what I'm wondering every day. I wake up, it's like.
I don't think you worry about it, but from my perspective, this project is one that I'm sizing to. Like a 5-6 year period, which I'm hopeful I will make it through. Beyond that, I'm dealing with a lot of friends who are, let's say, 10 years older than me, and I'm helping them at this point personally, just as friends, because they don't have a family and they've kind of, they're ill, and so in their early 80s. So 80s, you depends on how you get into your 80s, but not every. McGowan died at 77. Berg died at 76. You don't know. You just don't know. So I'm trying to. Thank you, meandering Mike. So I am. So the answer is yes. I would love to. If I live to 100, I will get a lot more things done. But I'm trying to package some ideas. So I want to get this Napoleonic thing going with you, and then you can carry it on after I'm gone. That's all.
And yeah, maybe that's something that people are not necessarily aware of, but that's something that we started discussing, of adapting what you're doing, like the approach that you're doing for the Civil War to the Napoleonic Napoleonic theaters. I have a couple of projects that that I need to wrap up first. But I started, so for people to know, I started doing a map, and I think the first box that we're going to do is going to be the early stages of the Peninsular Wars. Where you have so starting in Portugal and a bit of Spain, and then we'll see from there. But yeah, that's the
But the goal would be to whoever asked the question, the scale like I said, I got to show you this theater thing that I've got, which is maybe really might be the way to start that. I might go the other direction on the Napoleonic one, start at the 8-mile scale, and then have ways of getting down, but then you get to get real, major yearly campaigns of that war. I got to see the maps. I haven't spent enough time. I have all the books. I just haven't. Right now, I'm very deep in the ACW, and and that's what you and I have talked. I need some help if I'm going to get another thing like that going. But this one's going to be finished. This is my priority relative to. I've got other projects, Triumvirate, Defiance, and I've got this Caesar game I'm doing with Mark Simonich, and just a whole bunch of the things are going with other people. But this is the one project with just me, and I have a vision on what I want to get to, and my goal is to get this done by about the time I'm about 75, 76 years old, because with production time and development time, and so I got to get this done in like 5 volumes. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. So the volumes could be very expensive down the road, but that's it is what it is. The next one's going to have 10 to 12 maps in it.
That's big. That's a lot.
But, if I was 30, I would do it differently. But you guys will just, if nobody wants to play it, then doesn't get published. What can I tell you?
Yeah, I think it will be played. But but anyway, Napoleonic is definitely something to be considered. I think what you've done for Army of the Potomac makes it gives a really interesting framework for doing it. So let's try to maybe have a campaign of this one on the side on Discord.
I'm going to see you a week from Wednesday. Let's talk about it over beer.
Yeah. We can, over beer would be a lot easier. That sounds good. But great. I
think you could see that what I was going for is this. The grand tactical level is these battles. They're fun. They're fast. They're blue and gray level complexity. But when you put it to this level, now you start to see what I was going for.
Yeah, I think so. But let's have a beer. We'll talk about it. We'll keep you posted on the channel or anywhere where you can follow what Mark is doing. But yeah, I would like to thank you, Mark, for being here for the first episode of the new season. So it was fun.
Well, thank you for having me. You're very kind. And I will buy you. The first round is on me. So
sounds good. I appreciate that. That would be great. So I'll see you in a bit, like 10 days or something like this. And to everyone else, I would say thanks for tuning in. Remember to support the show, and I'll keep you posted on the schedule. As I said on Discord, and as I said to Mark just before we started streaming, for me, the next 6 months are going to be pretty busy on the, I don't know how to say, professional side. I don't know if you say that, but I'm going to be active in the City Council campaign.
This is a major career diversion, as they say.
Yeah, a major career diversion. So I would be pretty busy. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep a schedule of one stream a week. But I'll keep you posted. I might do some videos on my own time. It might be a bit more flexible for me to do. So streams might be a bit trickier, but the channel will still be active. And of course, always a lot of stuff happening on Discord and everything. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And Mark, I'll see you soon. And everyone else, I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.
And thank you, everybody, for your support. I appreciate it.
And stream.